evening. I'm not going to be on here for too long because I got some plans later. But I felt called to share with you a portion of my journey um, because I had gotten a message from a buddy of mine, and he was like, "Hey, I remember you telling me that you healed yourself from Crohn's disease. I am coaching a woman right now who has Crohn's disease, and I can't help her with that. I don't know how." And yet, I had volunteered to offer her a session, and he reached back out to her, and lo and behold, we got in contact, and then we started working together. So that's basically how it all is coming back into my reality, and I feel really good about helping people with their gut issues. So, and I've done it before. I've helped two other people heal from Crohn's disease. Helped another person just heal from IBS literally within like a day, literally less than a day. It was like probably like 12 hours or something, kind of crazy. And yet it has been such a whirlwind for gut issues the last month with a few people. So I am just going to share more of it. I've tried to do this before, like share my journey and stuff like that, but um, you know, nothing really happened. I didn't really have people reaching out to me like, "Oh, I have gut issues. How did you heal yourself?" and this, that, and a third. And I tried working with people with Crohn's disease, but honestly, it was way too depressing. It was it was not fun. Like they were always complaining. They didn't really think they could be healed. They were in really bad situations, bad environments. Not all of them, but a good amount of people that I was talking to with gut issues, especially Crohn's, and just reading stuff online, like in the chat rooms and the discussion boards of these groups on Facebook and Reddit, like people were not doing well. And it was depleting me. Like even I was more depressed because like I couldn't even like be in those chat rooms. And then when people listen to you of like, like when I tell people, "Oh, I healed myself from Crohn's disease," everyone's like, "No, that's impossible. That's incurable. You're lying to us. Like, why would you even say such a thing?" And then everyone would back that person because they have no evidence that you can be healed, right? And then that just brings people down more and more. And then I was like, wow, well, this sucks. No one's going to believe me. No one's going to want help. And not a lot of people with Crohn's disease have money either. So I was like, this is the worst niche in the world. Hey, everyone, what's going on? Alexander J. Fox here. Um, yeah, so I really wanted to get away from that because it was just demoralizing. It was depressing, it was sad, it was heavy, and like no one would believe me. Jesus loves you too. And you know, but I prayed. I prayed to God, I prayed to Jesus to heal me from my Crohn's disease. And little by little, for the next like 2 years, things started to come into my picture. Oh, wait, I got to go way back. I don't even want to talk about how I healed myself yet. Let's talk about how it started. How does Crohn's disease even like come about in someone's reality? That's crazy because doctors will say, "Oh, it's genetic." I was the first person in my family to have Crohn's disease. No one else had it. And then the crazy thing was when I started to well, actually, I had a second cousin who had Crohn's disease about 3 or 4 years later after I did. So that was kind of wild. But, anyways, it first started when, uh, I was highly addicted to cannabis and somewhat to alcohol. I was high all day, every day. I was eating, candy from CVS. I was having fast food almost every day. My sleep schedule was shit. I wasn't like working out. I was playing a soccer game every week or so. I wasn't really doing my best to take care of myself. So that's like the first few things. But then what really started to kick in was I was dating a woman and, we loved each other so near and dear. It was special. It was like the best thing of my life at that point. And for a lot of my life, I won't lie. The first 2.5, 3 years, it was perfect. And then I fucked up. I cheated on her, kind of lied about it, and that was a downward spiral that never seemed to ever pick back up for the next like 4, almost 5 years. And I remember I was going to my buddy's house. We were going to watch the Browns game, and I was already experiencing like some amount of pain. And I went to go get Subway. I went to go get this sandwich, and then I go to my buddy's house watching the game or smoking, partying, whatever. And then the next day I go to school. I'm in college, and I walk out of my classroom, and I take like 4 steps out of my classroom, and I shat my pants in the hallway in front of probably like a good 100 people. And I was like I literally stood there in shock. I was like looking around, and I was like, what the fuck just happened? That was like the first time I had ever shat my pants in my entire life. Like it was, I was scared. I went to the bathroom, I cleaned myself off, and I was like, this is crazy. So like I literally went home. I like missed my last class. I knew I just had to get home. I smoked something, and I was like, I got to go see a doctor. Something is really wrong. And then I went to go see this doctor, and he was asking me all these questions. And then or no, I went to a woman doctor first and asked me all these questions. She's like I knew that she knew what was going on, but she couldn't tell me. She goes, I think we need some more information. I think we have to get a colonoscopy. And I was like deep, like internally, I knew she knew, but she didn't tell me what it was. And then about a week later, 2 weeks later, I get a colonoscopy, and then they come back out. I come back out, and they're like, you have Crohn's disease. And I was like, what? I don't even know what that is. They're like, it's a disease where your large and small intestines are inflamed. Sometimes it's just the large, sometimes it's just the small. Both of mine were inflamed. I couldn't process food. I was super fucking skinny. Um, I lost a bunch of weight. I was like less than 100 pounds. I literally looked like I came out of the Holocaust. That's how bad it looked. Uh, yeah. And then they told me, you have to be on this medicine. You got to take these steroids and this, that, and a third. And then I was like, is there any cure for this? And they're like, no, there's no cure for Crohn's disease. This was back in like 2015, 2014, 15. Yeah. The years have gone by so fast, but 2015. And I remember just like coming back home, and like I was crying. I cried so much. And I knew like this was going to change like the rest of my life. And I was feeling so heavy from being guilty to cheating on my girlfriend to not taking care of myself, eating fast food all the time, being high, drinking on the weekends, not getting a healthy sleep schedule, eating all this candy and sugar, processed food, you know. And then like when I had Crohn's, like I almost couldn't I almost couldn't do any of that anymore. And I still was doing it because that's all that I knew, and it still tasted so good that like I was craving more of my taste buds and flavor of food than like what it was actually doing for like my body and my stomach and my spirit. I didn't even know what spirit was at that time, but I'm just giving you a whole thing about it. And like the next 2.5 years being with my girlfriend was not great. It was very not fun. Some of it was still fun, but like most of it was not. We got angry at each other, and then she was cheating on me with somebody else, and it just felt like we were just kind of going through the motions. It just felt like we had to be together because of like external people and reputation and social status and stuff like that. Not that like we would talk about that, but like internally, I think that's what we were both thinking. At least for me, that's like what I was thinking because I'm like, I'm this dude. I have like one of the prettiest women in Northeast Ohio, and I'm dating her. And wow, people are gonna really think I'm a fucking asshole for cheating on her and everything like that. And I knew some people knew, but not like everyone knew. And then somehow we were still trying to make it work. But I was so tired. I couldn't even eat food. I um Jesus does exist. He's a state of consciousness and was a real person. Um yeah. Anyways, my thoughts were so dark. I was in like the deepest, darkest depressions. I didn't believe in myself. My self-esteem and my confidence were shot. I was always like in pain. Sometimes I would like my rectum would be on fire. Sometimes my asshole would be on fire because like I was in so much pain. I was in excruciating amount of pain. Sometimes I would shit myself while I was driving. Sometimes I'd be hanging out with friends and then I would get a flare up and then like I couldn't even like go out with them. That's how bad it was. I couldn't even like fit in my jeans. I remember when my girlfriend drove me to Columbus, Ohio for like a weekend getaway. You know, she paid for everything. And like I'm walking around like less than 100 pounds and like I'm just trying to like keep my hands in my pocket and keep my pants up. And like we're going all around town and stuff. And I'm like tired. I'm in pain. But I was like, man, she did all this for me. I can at least suck it up. And it was good. It was hard. I couldn't believe like I even went through all that. And it was all because I was not taking care of myself and I was putting so much pressure and I cheated on her and I lied about it and I was living in guilt and shame and resentment and embarrassment. And I didn't know how to process my feelings and emotions at that time. So, yeah, cuz like when you eat food, it just basically goes right through you. It's like fucking liquid. It is scary. It is so uncomfortable. And I'm just like, I can't even believe what's happening. I really can't. So, yeah, really couldn't believe what was happening in that reality. And even the medicine was barely working. It would work for like a little bit and then it would just go away. And then I had to go back 2 months later, get another infusion, be there for 1 hour, no, 2 hours every 2 months on a Saturday morning. I had no hope. I was like, this is my life, and I don't know how this is going to get better. And I'm like 22, 23 at this time, right? So like I know nothing about holistic healing. I'm not even spiritual at this point. I am I am like a walking unconscious, unhealthy human being. I felt like a zombie. I honestly was like a zombie because of my decisions, the people I was hanging out with, and oh my God. Yeah, it was not fun. It was terrible. It was petrifying. I thought some people have actually died because of Crohn's disease because they couldn't process food. They couldn't fit any, they couldn't get any nutrients, and they're just like living as skinny as fucking possible. They're in so much pain and people have died from it. People don't talk about that, but they literally have. And like, I legit thought that was going to happen to me. That's how petrified I was. I was mortified of what was going to happen to me. And I was still trying to live life like the same ways that I was. And then the day that my girlfriend broke up with me, there was a little bit of hope for me. And as crazy as that sounds, like I knew it was happening. Like, as soon as she called me, be like, hey, we got to talk. We're going to meet here. And we met at the exact same place that it all started at. It all started at the local pool where we first met like 6 years ago. And then she met me right there and she ended it. I don't blame her. I don't blame her one fucking bit. Not one fucking bit. I don't blame her. Not at all. I knew it was going to happen and I deserved it. No lie. I deserved all of that. From my whole soul. I am so honest. I will tell you everything and anything about what happened in our relationship. Because I used to lie about it. And now I'm like, I want people to hear this. Because I don't want anyone to go through what I went through. How long ago did this happen? Oh, Southern Belle, hi. It's been a minute. I haven't seen you. How are you doing? And everyone else, how are you doing too? Not just Southern Belle. I care about everyone, but I ain't seen Southern Belle in a hot minute. I do remember you. You were one of my moderators, mediators, in one of the YouTube lives that I did. I think while I was in Costa Rica. So when I first started doing YouTube lives. So it's so great to see you. Wow. Yeah, so I got Crohn's disease back in 2015. And then might have been, I think it was 14. No, it was 15. Feels like 15. And then she broke up with me in 2017. I remember that because it was Cinco de Mayo. Um, yeah. What helped me get better? Oh man, I'm not going to talk about how I got better in this video. You're going to have to stay for the next one. Um, because I'm trying to do like a little part series about this. So I can't give everyone the entire scoop in one thing, right? Come on, I gotta shake things up. I want some anticipation. I want some suspense. I want you guys to be at the end of your seat, like biting your fingernails and being like, what's gonna happen next? It's like a 3-part episode. So, but I will say I did fully heal myself from Crohn's disease. I will say that. I'm able to eat. If I wanted to, I could eat In-N-Out burger every single day. I did that for 3 days and I was great. Absolutely loved it. My stomach was fine. My mind was fine. Processed it. It came out the other end real nice. I can eat candy. I even had Sour Patch Kids and Goobers last night, like at the movie theater, and I ate popcorn. I healed myself back in 2020. So, yeah. Oh my God, Holmes, you gotta like and subscribe, girl. Man, my bad. Person, human in the human suit. I will talk all about this in another video. I swear on my whole life. I even help other people heal from gut issues too. I've already healed people from Crohn's disease, IBS, ulcers, colitis. I know. I know exactly what it takes. So, energetics, emotional, spiritual, mental, physical. Yeah. Anyways, but when she broke up with me, there was hope. There was definitely hope. I'm doing fantastic. A lot has happened since then, but I mainly help run Pop-Tart Barbie's Discord server. Oh, cool. I have no idea who Pop-Tart Barbies are, but I used to like Pop-Tarts, and I did play Barbies with my friend's daughter, and she just said, she calls me Uncle Fox, and she she was like in the car with her parents and her grandparents, and they were like talking about Barbies or something, and she goes, no one plays Barbies like Uncle Fox does. And they said like everyone started laughing in the car. It was so great. um she's like, so like one of my best friends has 2 daughters, and he told both his daughters to call me Uncle Fox because I've been friends with him since we were like 11. So yeah. So I used to like Pop Tarts, and playing Barbies is fun. So it's really good to see you too. So is it just diet, or oh my God, it's like, it's so many things. I'll definitely go into another video about it next time. But yeah, the day that my girlfriend broke up with me on Cinco de Mayo 2017 was the day that everything started to shift for me, little by little, not like not all at once, because I had not healed myself from that. It still took me 3 years to like fully like be to like where I was before all that shit happened to me, before like the drugs, before the fast food stuff. Yeah, I remember feeling a shift, and then I remember getting a new doctor, and then this new doctor put me on a new Western medicine called Remicade, and then I started to feel a little bit better. I actually gained about 15 pounds back, which was like the most I'd weighed in about 2 years, which was insane. And then I'm gonna end it, not end it here, but the last thing I will say about this video at the 19-minute and 55-second mark, I started to pray to God. I prayed to God so hard after that breakup, And it's that that slowly and fastly started to change my life. And I will go into all of that in another video. So, with that being said, I'm gonna just kind of oh, that's so cute. Thanks. I had a life-changing breakup in 2017 as well. Wow, that's amazing. We have similar stories. Yeah, we sure do. It's amazing. We'll have to. Is it possible to do a YouTube live with like two people? I don't know if that's possible, but maybe we could do like a YouTube video like through Zoom, and we could talk about breakups. That'd be cool. If you use YouTube like that, and if you don't want to do it, we don't have to. But just a thought. So, because I just did a podcast episode with coaches Carl and Tracy from England, from Great Britain, and um, they talked about like how do you know like when it's love at first sight? Like when do you know like you found the one? And I talked about my ex girlfriend, the one that actually when I broke her heart, manifested into Crohn's disease. So yeah, you could totally check out their page. They're really cool. They're kind of brand new to like to the podcast realm of YouTube, but they've been doing it for a few years. But yeah, I just did a podcast episode with them. It just got uploaded on Friday, so it's like the newest one. Coaches Carl and Tracy on YouTube. So yeah, that'd be amazing. Yeah, let's do it, Southern Belle. Let's go. Pretty sure you can DM on YouTube now. Yes, we can. That's incredible. I've never known that. I think I've known. I think I've known for about 2 weeks now that you can do that. You or DM on YouTube. So, yeah, I would love to do a live with you. That'd be amazing. That'd be a lot of fun. Could talk about the breakups in 2017. So yeah, yeah. But Crohn's disease, no bueno. Gut issues, no bueno, or no bueno. That shit ruined my life, and it's ruining so many other people's lives. If you're suffering with gut issues, this is my little advertisement right now for the next like 30 seconds. Send me or actually book a free call with me. I would love to see like what's going on, how I can best help you, and I'll immediately give you relief in your first session, energetically, through your breath, through energy healing, through meditation, through just conscious coaching and connection. You will automatically feel a shift in your first session. No doubt about it, hands down. It's already happened for so many people, and I have a bunch of calls booked next week with a bunch of people that I haven't even met yet because I just put myself out there like on these forums, and people are like, "Okay, let's do it." So, be sure to also check out my latest video on my YouTube. It is a client testimony of the last person I just helped heal from Crohn's disease. It took 1 month. Took one whole month. Well, about a month and a half, but we did 5 sessions together. So yeah, but yeah, we still have one more. We're gonna have like a celebration call for that one, and maybe a little bit like more energy, maybe a few more activations, make sure everything's Gucci. But she's good. She is so good. When I first met her, she was like drained. She was like lethargic, didn't have a lot of energy. And then like by our third call, like when I saw her, she was like alive. Her aura was like beaming light throughout the fucking cosmos. And just like to hear her story, she had Crohn's disease since she was 8 years young. Tried so many coaching programs, went to so many healers, went to so many doctors, tried all these different diets, and nothing worked until my buddy in Costa Rica recommended me to her. We got connected. Her whole life has changed, literally in a month and a half, literally in 5 sessions. So, but I will say I do a 6-week program to help people with gut issues. So, because like, hey, I know I can do it faster, but let's just keep promoting the really good vibes, the really good energy to strengthen your vibration, to strengthen the frequency of which that you are holding that vibrational, those vibrations at. Yeah. I don't want to just do like a one-time session and be like, okay, yeah, you're healed. Go on, go live life. Because like there's certain things you got to change. Your energetics, your habits, your patterns, your mental processes, your even your environment, to like the way that you're talking about yourself, like and diet and all these other things. Like it's way more than that. Like I've had to change almost everything about my life. So yeah, and I've shared with her every single thing that I possibly could. Yeah, we'll definitely set it up, Southern Belle. For sure we will. And yeah, it's incredible. So please check out, it's the whole review. It's a client testimonial. Her name's Elizabeth, an absolute angel. And yeah, I think you guys will get a lot of goodness out of it. And if you know anyone with ulcers, colitis, Crohn's, IBS, or any other type of gut issue, please send them my way. I have no doubt that we will be able to heal them because I already have too much proof and too much evidence, and that's confidence in my book. So eventually I'll write a book about this. Eventually. I have like 4 books I got to write about. My spiritual awakenings, my healing of Crohn's disease, all the synchronicities that literally have saved my life, being a white boy drug dealer. Yeah, drug dealer for about 11 years. That's a whole other story. And then I'll probably have like another book about all the miracles that I've seen throughout my healings that I've done with other people. Yeah, I got a lot of books to write. I just got to do one at a time though. So I'm starting with the spiritual awakenings because that one was just like the most fun for me because I'm just like, oh wow, Scotland, England, Belgium, Czechoslovakia, Amsterdam, Paris, Germany, and then freaking Alabama, and then Philadelphia. Like all of these moments, all of these fucking moments that made me realize that there's more to this world than it meets the eyes. Whoa. That's it. I need to write this down. Where the hang on. That's the name of my book. When you realize there is more to this world than that. That's a really long title. Meets the eyes. That's a long fucking title. But this book has a really long title to it. This one's super long. It says, The Greatness Mindset. Unlock the power of your mind and live your best life today. That is a really long title. It is super long. I love Lewis House, but that is a long ass title. Yeah, see, he even made a super one. Make money easy. Doing my best to upgrade my mindset with life. So yeah. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Crap, my handwriting's so bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Lewis House has 17 words on his fucking book as a title. That's crazy. I'm probably going to have about 17, maybe 16. Wow. You're all of you. You're dang right. I'm all of me. I appreciate you seeing me, Devin. Appreciate that. Yeah, so yeah, that's basically how I got Crohn's disease. Worst fucking thing of my life. Oh, I'll even add something very sad too. I had, while I had Crohn's disease, actually, no, it was the same year. It was right before I got Crohn's disease. It was like 2 or 3 months prior because it happened August 15th in 2015. Holy shit. So August 15th, 2015, my best friend, Matthew Shalonsky, he was shot in a drive-by in Washington, D.C. That was the same year I got Crohn's disease. I got it like 2 or 3 months later. Wow. That's crazy. I can't believe that. That's a not a full circle moment, but that's a wild one. Wow. How was your day? Wow. Thank you. I appreciate you asking me that. Day was good. Day was overall good. You know, I'm really grateful for the things that happened today. Even some of the things that may have been a little heavy or depressing. I'm still learning about this mindset that I have and like the inner workings of my mind of like when things get heavy or stressful or anxious or depressed. Um, yeah. So it wasn't easy, but overall good. There was definitely a lot more good moments that outweighed the heavy moments that like my mind was just trying to over construct. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but it's okay. It's okay. How was your day? How was everyone's day? Would anyone like to share that? Okay, I got about maybe like 6 more minutes until I'm gonna sign off here. Ooh, what does this button do? I can play games on here? Thief puzzle? I don't want to play that. Hide and seek? What? That's wild. I'll play games another day. Not today though. But yeah, you know. Oh, I want to send a bunch of prayers and a lot of love and safety and whatever else deemed necessary by our higher powers to make sure that everyone in Spain is safe in southern France. They're going through a scorching set of wildfires in their countries right now, and I don't know what it is. I don't know if they've ever had wildfires. They probably have, but not like to this degree. This is like insane for what's happening. I saw it on the news. And then Canada just got done having wildfires. They had wildfires in Los Angeles last year. They had those things in fucking Hawaii. Like something's going on. And it's not Mother Nature. Mother Nature would not totally do that. There's just no way. Not to those degrees. There's something bigger happening on this planet, and I totally believe that. So, yeah, it's insane. Anyways, all right, I'm gonna sign off here because I got a few things to do. But yeah, if you feel so called to work with me to get some guidance on your gut issues, if you like to, or if you have issues with your gut issues, your gut health, your if you're feeling emotionally dysregulated or you have burnout, let a brother know. I can help you with this. It's like my bread and butter. It's my, you know, peanut butter and jam jelly. It's my pasta and sauce. It's my eggs and bacon. It's my acai bowls. It's I feel like it's so easy to help people. Like most people on this planet, I know I can help. There's some people, eh, you know, can't help everyone, but I can help most people, and I'll take those odds all day long. So if you feel called, the link's in the description. It's also in my bio. Um, let's keep expanding heaven on earth inside and outside of us. I'm so grateful for all of you. Thank you for being here. Please check out my website. Please check out my page and like and subscribe here and comment if anything ever resonated with you. Would love to know. And yeah. Oh, and I have an online school community. We do breath work, energy healing, meditation, community gatherings. It's really fun. Events are on Sunday night from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. East Coast Standard Time for the whole month. Just $35. Very affordable for everyone. And tons of healing, tons of releasing, tons of growth, tons of activations, and being surrounded by the most incredible souls on this planet. it's worth it. It's worth every single bang for your buck, and you get way more value than what you're paying. And I love being able to do that. All right, y'all. Have a beautiful night. Have a beautiful weekend. I look forward to seeing y'all soon. Namaste.